If you're a Jane Austen fan or you're curious about where to start with her classics, I will be ranking my top 6 Jane Austen novels from best to least best, though they're all gems in my eyes. So I'll be sharing my ranking from 1 through to 6, focusing on her completed novels, but I'll also share what makes each one stand out. Now, if you haven't already, if you are a beginner to Austen, I have a beginner's guide to Jane Austen sharing 3 starting points, which is all based on the mood and themes you're looking for in each novel. If you haven't already, go back and watch that video and then you can return to this one. And I've also done an author deep dive focusing on the recurring themes, Jane Austen's signature style, and her cultural impact. So be sure to check out those 2 videos and then come back to the ranking where I'll be ranking book 1 through to 6. And I'll also be sharing why each one stands out, but I'll also share who I think each book is a good fit for. Number 1 is Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. I believe this is the definitive Austen experience because in this one, we are following Elizabeth Bennet, a heroine who is really witty and just a really interesting young woman who's navigating the rigid social world of Regency England. Now, we see her clashing with the reserved Mr. Darcy, and we see their evolving relationship, and it exposes themes of first impressions, class distinctions, and the transformative power of your true underlying character. Now, I think this one stands out because it has a really good blend of witty banter and social commentary. I think that helps to make it quite the timeless novel. Plus, Elizabeth's journey of growth and self-discovery is also equally entertaining as it is something you can resonate with and get behind. Now, I think Pride and Prejudice is perfect if you love a clever romance that has really rich social insights. Then I think this would be a good pick for you. At number 2, we have Persuasion. Now, Persuasion is a more reflective and mature work. This one follows Anne Elliot, who gets a second chance at love with Captain Wentworth after years of regret. Now, Anne's quiet, introspective journey is all about confronting past mistakes and, of course, finding redemption. I think this is a very understated novel. It has a very bittersweet tone, and the narrative is quite the exploration of missed opportunities, but also having enduring hope. I think this one is good for readers who are drawn to stories about second chances and just the gentle power of just reconnecting with lost love. I think if you're into that, Persuasion will really speak to you. Book 3 is Sense and Sensibility. Now, in this one, Austen contrasts the temperaments of the Dashwood sisters. So we get Eleanor and Marianne, and Eleanor is the one who represents logic and constraint, while Marianne embodies unbridled passion and just emotion. Like, this is a gal who's just going with her feelings. Now, I think this dual narrative just explores the balance between, again, reason and feeling, and showing how both can be strengths, but also vulnerabilities in the pursuit of love and also stability. Now, I think Sense and Sensibility is a great choice if you enjoy a more nuanced look at the interplay between the heart and the mind. I think it's kind of like a literary yin and yang kind of story. In that case, Sense and Sensibility is just for you. At number 4, we have Emma. Now, Emma offers a very playful but also incisive look at self-discovery through the eyes of a very charming protagonist, Emma Woodhouse. Now, Emma fancies herself as quite the matchmaker, and we see her meddling in the lives of everyone around her, only to find out that her own journey towards self-awareness is just filled with unexpected lessons. I think the reason this one stands out is that in Emma, we get lots of humorous misadventures, very clever social observations, and I think those 2 things really help to make Emma both fun and also insightful. I think Emma is good for readers who love a mix of humor and also personal growth with a bit of gentle satire on social manners. Next up, book 5 is Mansfield Park. Now, this one offers a more introspective look at society and personal ethics. Now, in Mansfield Park, we follow Fanny Price, a very sensitive and just morally steadfast young woman who is sent off to live with her wealthy relatives. Now, as an outsider in a very morally ambiguous household, mind you, Fanny's quiet strength and integrity really shine through. Now, in this one, I think this novel is really a deep dive into class disparity, but also the struggle to maintain one's principles really make it like a really thought-provoking read. Like I felt like I used my brain with this one a lot. And it's also just very richly drawn and well done. I think this is perfect for readers who appreciate complex, character driven narratives that really invite reflection, deep reflection, mind you, on the cost of social ambition. And then rounding out the list at number 6 is Northanger Abbey. Now, this one is a playful, satirical take on Gothic literature. Now, in this one, we follow Catherine Morland, an imaginative young woman whose love for Gothic novels leads her to suspect hidden darknesses behind the facade of high society. Now, this one stands out to me because it is kind of like a parody of Gothic literature, okay, and Gothic conventions, and just kind of the celebration of the power of imagination, which really makes this a refreshing departure from Austen's more serious works, okay? I think she was experimenting with this one and playing with her own self. So if you're looking for something that is more fun and quirky, with kind of like a gentle dose of satire, but also a book that still manages to capture the essence of Austen's wit, then I think this one is just for you. Now, here's the thing. My ranking changes every couple of years with every couple rereads and just revisiting of the works. So again, I'm just going to put this one out there. This is the ranking for now. And funny to say, I actually appreciate Northanger Abbey a lot, even though it's at number 6 for me, but I do think it's a must read of Austen. If you want to see the 3 must read books that I think, if you don't have time for all 6, you need to read these 3. I'll include a link in the video's description so you can explore that blog post and see the reason why I selected these 3. Now, I would love for us to continue the conversation in the comments. I would love it if you would share your ranking of Austen's novels in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me about your favorites. Tell me about the Austens that are on your reading list. And if you haven't read Austen yet, again, no shame. I just highly recommend you just go back to my beginner's guide and select a book from the 3 starting points that I offer to readers new to Austen. Now, if you haven't already, now's a great time to like the video, share the video, tell a friend about Biblio Lifestyle, but also subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're the first to know what's new when I go live and when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.